My blissful gorgeous selves, please close your eyes and see the autumn full moon has arisen on the eastern horizon of Vrindavan. Sky has turned crimson, reflecting upon the waters of Yamuna. The beaches and forests are silvery, and lo, Lord Krishna standing under the Kadamba tree is playing his flute. With different tunes he is calling out names of the Gopis. Watch, drop their activities, they are coming, running down as if flying. Those who were stopped or locked left their bodies and joined Krishna's proximity with their subtle bodies. Soon thousands of Gopis assembled around Sri Krishna. He stopped playing flute and with a big smile he is now greeting them, his beloved Gopis. This much story, my dear friends, I described yesterday discourse. Today we proceed further. Dear friends, in ancient days, in Upanishadic times, the aspiring seekers of truth were just told by the Master, thou art that, Tattvamasi, and all this is that, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma, I am that, Aham Brahmasmi. And right then and there the disciple used to become that. He would attain enlightenment instantly. Similarly, you also, by seeing, visualizing intensely, as I speak out the transcendental pastimes of the Lord, you also begin having darshan of the holy pastimes. It is easy and simple. Suppose you cannot see clearly, then see intensely, feeling strongly. To see these pastimes is the only process to have a sight of it. So, perform noble deeds and feel to see with do or die spirit, and you will be able to see. Now, listen what Lord Krishna is saying to the Gopis, my dear friends. Switch off your head and be feeling full, okay? Krishna was dressed in shimmering golden silk. He was standing Tribhangalalit, threefold bending form on the bank of Yamuna river, surrounded by thousands of gopis, all shining in snow-white moonlit night. His music stopped. He saw great joy and anticipation on their faces. A big smile spread across Krishna's handsome face. And then, avadadvadatam sreshto vacha peshair vimohayan. That superb, eloquent speaker addressed the assembled gopis, bewildering them by his elegant expressions. Sri Bhagavan Vacha Swagatam Vo Mahabhaga Swagatam Vo Mahabhaga Priyam Kim Karavaniva Padasyanayam Kachet Bruta Gamana Karanam. Oh, Her Holiness says, welcome is your presence here. You are so great, fortunate, big-hearted lady. That great love has arisen in you for my flute music, dear. Oh, what a wonder! Thank you. You just rain down to me by my flute sound. I am truly under your deed. Please tell me what can I do for you. any help, any service. Priyam kim karavaniva. Let me massage your feet, fix your hairdos, put ointment in your lovely eyes, redo your dressing, or sing for you, or dance on your tune. Oh, what a wonder it would be, a success of my barren life, to be of some small service to your holiness. Then suddenly Krishna thought for a moment, my dear friend, then looked around again at the large assemblage of the gopis and said, "Oh, I see. Has Kansa uncle sent some new disastrous demon? So you came in this night to ask me to handle him? Please tell me the cause of your arrival in such a big group. You are so delicate. Holy Cyrus, you are so fragile, and this forest is beast infested. If cobra bites you, scorpion stings you, I'll go dead right away. Seeing your suffering will cost my life, that's for sure. Twilight is fast approaching. This horrifying forest is no place for you to look for fun, dear. So tarry not here, dear. Return to your home. Your family is waiting, worrying. Babies of your cousins are crying. Cows are moving. It's not wise to stay here. Get back home and serve them. Trust is daddy of love and ego is an enemy of love. My dear friends, Krishna gave a big blow to their trust. All whomsoever they renounce to unite with him, Krishna is sending them back to them. They sacrificed the dire needs of their body, sending them back to body ego levels. Then he hits them on their most fragile sacrifice. By this big poison showering, he tried to send them back. He was so hurtful to the gopis that tears wetted their face and breast. They turned their face and began looking at far distances to the dancing waves of Yamuna. And then Krishna immediately added, Drishtam vanam kusumita rakesha kararanjitam Yamuna nilalileya taruparavashobhitam. Oh yes, I see, like me, you too are nature lovers. Look at the blossoming forest, illuminating with the rays of full moon, beautifying the breeze, waving lush green leaves of trees. Look at the heavenly beach of Yamuna-ji. Okay, now you have seen it all full well. So, oh gopis, return home, get back. Serve some aged chaste lady so that you learn the greatness of Havi service. Athava madavisnehad agataya vapannam va priyante mai jantava. Well, then you must have come being drowned in my love. That's okay. Even cows love me. Bees and birds too, deers, goose, cuckoos also love me. I congratulate you for your love, but I am afraid you must not lose your religious duties. On top, love for me is fostered not so much by passionate clinging of the bodies, but Sravanad, Darshanad, Dhyanad, Mai Bhavo, Kirtanad, listening, singing, seeing and meditating. So, the only way of dharma is to run down back home exactly as you came. Hearing the unpleasant words of Sri Krishna Bhagavan, the gopis heard, touched and intolerable proportions, my dear friends, as if stabbed, stung, bitten, burned, cut, afflicted, and pierced all together. They sank in the sea of great agony, face lowered, lips parched, breathing all hot, scratching the ground with their toenails. They stood silent with streaming tears. At once thought came, he is no other but our own beloved, talking like aliens. He needs to be straightened out. So, Sangram Bhagad Giro Abruvata Anurakta, with stumbling tongue and choking voice, filled with fear of possible torment of separation, they spoke, my dear friend. Maiva vibhorati bhavan gaditum nishansam santyajya sarva vishayan tava padamulam bhaktamajasva duravagrahamatyajasman devo yadadiburjo bhajate mumukshun. Since their feelings were one and the same, the words too were the same, the gopis said to a leading gopi, my dear friend, and what she said, is that you, Krishna? Is that all what you want? Is this all for what you call her holinesses? Is this the meaning of your Priyam Kim Karavani Vaha? Listen, dear, after scorching summer, cloud shower rain and not poison, even a chataki bird drops all its kith and kin to drink Swati waters. You called us, then you called us through your flute music into this lonely forest at night, and then turn yourself a lecturer on duty and service. O gallant thief, wash off your mouth the bitterness of duplicitous joking. Smear some honey on your lips. Your exasperating words are killing us. Not we, but you might be returning home. After all, we gopis die tonight. Now, nothing is left at all. We just want to get crushed under your souls, die once forever, here and now. As far as your religious lectures on duty and service is concerned, you are great. You have great chances to get elected for the throne of big Pope at Vatican or a big Shankaracharya in Jyotirmat. Or a big Dalai Lama. Take our certificate. But dear, listen. To us, your religion is too childish. Please, don't impose the alphabets on the postgraduates. Everybody feels his intelligence and others' wealth always too much. But when time comes, one gets trapped in the lure of glittering phony dollars. Their ability is exposed then. Thanks, O God, that we have realized that Prishto Bhavan Stanuvritam Kila Bandhuratma, the one who is the very beloved of all beings is you, and therefore Purvanti Hitvairatim Kushala Sayatman, Those who are very smart, very practical in the matters of the truth of the self, they love only you and you and you. They never put their joy for collateral in other people's home. They place it in you. That's why I say, Nitya Priye Patisutadi Virati Daikim. What's the use of only hurt and pain manufacturing kids, hubbies, brothers and daddy, mummies? Therefore, Tanna Prasida Paramesharamásmachindya Ashambritam Tvaichirat Aravindanetra. Be pleased kindly and do smile at us, so that the harvest of hope you have sown in the field of our heart be nurtured, dear, and irrigated, and then blossom and fructify. It is planted by you, let it not be cut by you, O Lord mine. And Krishna said, Oh Gopis, I really did not know my words could cause so much pain to you. I am terribly sorry. I really apologize. Please, let me help you. Tell me some service I can do for you. And the Gopis said, Oh, thanks Krishna, thanks Govinda. At least you got some oit of clarity of vision now. Look dear, if some thief in a scorching summer sets fire in somebody's home, and then in halfway his conscience wakes up and he starts extinguishing the fire. The sin of his stealing, sin of his setting fire will at least be reduced. Oh, come on, Gopis, Krishna said. I apologized and requested for your service, your mercy, and you allege me for such a serious crime. You call me thief. What did I steal from you? Whose home and when did I set fire? Do I look like an aggressor? I incarnate to redeem the world, and you say I set fire in people's home. The Gopis said, Oh Krishna, don't get fired up again. Let me tell you how you set fire in people's life. Hasavaloka kalagi tajarichayagnim. Fire is flamed by pouring ghee, fuels, and by blowing up. So are you, dear Krishna. Your smile is all white as ghee. Your glances are fuels, and you are already blowing air in flute holes. This is how you have kindled a life-size colossal fire of love in our heart. Now the condition is Padau padam na chalata stava padamulat. Our feet are not moving away from your lotus feet. What to do? Krishna said, my dear friend, wow, oh Gopis, I am so sorry. What can I do to help you? Shall I go get bucketful of water from Yamuna ji and pour them down on you? Pleased by the answer, Gopi said, Oh my Lord, don't have to go through all that troubles. Let me tell you what you must do. Sinchanganastodaramritapurakena. Oh my dear Krishna, all you just got to do is kiss me, dear friend. This is how you can extinguish this wildfire of our heart. Krishna disfigured his face, my dear friends, and said, I see, oh Gopis, that's too difficult a thing to do. What will happen if I don't kiss you? And Gopis said, No chedvayam virajagnyupayukta deha dhyanena yama padayo padavim sakhete. Then meditating on your sparkling beauty, a yoga agni, a yoga fire will combust, and we will get burnt alive in the fire like Sati Devi long ago as she did. She was burnt exactly the same way. Then as the law of karma goes, we become you. If that happens, then according to the law of Tansuthayo Bhajamyam, and by the law of Naham Tebhyo Managapi, you will become us in next life. You will become gopis like us. Then we will play flute, and you will torment and get hung in suspense. Then immersed in love craze, you will run after us, and come to the forest at night. Krishna asked, Wow, Gopi, is that so? Will that happen to me? Gopi said, Definitely. That's going to be our future if only you fail to offer us your ambrosial kiss. Krishna said, Oh Gopi, give me some option please. And Gopi said, We are so sorry dear. Nanya pantha ayanaya vidyate. There is no alternative. You are bound to turn into a love-crazy gopi, and calling you at midnight in the jungle, we will send you back with teaching service. Serve your mummy, daddy, hubby and kid. You will never be able to return in your Krishna form, and we will tease and chastise you so much on and on and on. That's how you are going to straighten out. Krishna said, Oh, thank you, Gopi, for telling me all this. It really helped me a lot. Suppose I am now straightened out, so now what can I do for you? Gopi said, Oh my, how many million years you require to understand that? Just kiss me, oh my baby composed of holy cow dung. Just give me a sweet hug and kiss me. And Krishna said, Oh Gopi, I don't talk to you anymore. I am going. Why you call me made of holy cow dung? And Gopi said, Oh, forgive me, Lord, forgive me, my Krishna dear. Pahimam. Come, let's do Rasalila. And Krishna said, Oh, Gopi, I am open to kiss. I am open to kiss you, but I have a problem. If I kiss you, then the fire may grow. It will it will grow so wild as it did with a smile and glance as you said before. Then what will happen? And Gopi said, Of course, with one kiss, if you leave me, the flame will go atop. That's why you have to kiss and kiss and kiss all over, as lovers do in their apex, my dear. As with little ghee pour, fire grows, but by pouring whole tin full of ghee in the fire, it just drops down. So hurry. Krishna said, "Look, Gopi, I wanted just to be with myself for a while in my busiest life, just to relax and meditate. I was playing my flute, born celibate as I am, doing my Sangeeta sadhana. You know, I am a founder of my own tradition of music, Krishna Sangeet, and I am practicing in this cozy corner. And like big headache incarnate, you popped up from the blue. Did did not you find some other place to do your chirping?" Gopis streamed with tears of love, cried out, "O Lord, we are nothing but the dust of your holy feet. In fact, we take refuge to the dust of your feet, dear. Just do this for us, please, in the name of our love. We have no hope for survival. After we die, please spread our ashes on the road you walk on every day. Tanna praseed vrijnardhana tengrimulam." And Krishna said, "Oh Gopi, please don't talk this dying thing anymore. It hurts me so much as if stung of 1,000 scorpions. Oh, how can I survive without you?" And Gopi said, "Lord, then be pleased on me, dear. Just be pleased. That's the only hope for our life." Krishna asked, "Dear Gopi, tell me what shall I do so you believe I am pleased?" And Gopi said, very pleased, smiled, said, "Come, Krishna, come, sit on my lap." Another Gopi requested, "Krishna, come place your palm on my head." And third Gopi said, "Oh dear, just smile at me, look at me. Come, Krishna, look into my eyes, see what is in there." And Sri Radha came up front and said, "Oh Krishna, if you go on this tiring exercise, lo, I go upset." And she said, upset, long face. Krishna came to cheer her up. "Darling, sorry, upset not my golden love." And she was filled. And Sri Radha said, "Oh my, who told you I got upset? Pity, you believe on just anyone, dear. Why don't you just ask me directly?" Krishna said, "Okay, then come sit by my side." "Okay, lo, I did." And Radha sat beside Krishna and said, "Not like this. Put your arms around my shoulders." Krishna said, "Okay, lo, I did." And Radha said, "Okay, dine with me, dear." And Krishna said, "You feed me and I eat." And she fed and he ate. And Krishna said, "Darling, are you still mad at me?" "No, dear, I am not. How can I be? I am your maid, a casteless maidservant. Nay, nay, I am your slave. Whatever you tell me, I do it. How can I be upset on my beloved Lord?" Tanna prasida vrijnardhana tengrimulam. All what is needed is just be pleased on me. That's all I want. Krishna said, "Gopi, look, in all past, present and future I am pleased always upon all the three worlds." Gopi said, "Dear, please don't count us among the three worlds. We are separate. We are Gopis. Offer us your cheers and laughter." Krishna said, well, how can I do that when no laughter echoes from your side? I am bound to remain gloomy and morose. If I keep laughing single-handedly, then I look funny, crazy, mad-like, lunatic. Gopi said, "Mm, therefore, Lord, wipe out our shame through misery eliminator feet of yours. There is some sin, some offense unatoned inside us that may be causing the problem. Oh Krishna, how can a projected images go away from the projector itself? How can mind return from consciousness? How can a gopi return from Krishna? As a thirst for you, we approach you and become your satisfaction. My dear friends, Srimad Bhagavata scholars say, in some former millennium, in some former Kapar age, Dwapar Yuga, in some former incarnation of Sri Krishna, Krishna played his flute. The gopis came running. Krishna received them all with utmost warmth. Then started doing Rasalila. Then what happened? All dignitaries, maidens of the various tenants and sages, to assuming beautiful lady forms came to Krishna and started requesting for Rasalila. They insisted a lot, and Krishna had no answer. There was no opportunity to reveal the divine feelings in the heart of the gopis. So, in this incarnation, Lord Krishna created a situation that gopis' love was all glorified and spread out. That's why he did this Leela of serpentine talking. Now Gopi's heart began to overflow, so much so that the whole world sank in deep love. Vikshalakamritamukho tava kundalasri Gandasaladharasudham asitavalokam dattabhayam cha bhujadannayugam vilokya vakshasriyai karamano cha bhavamadasya trailokya somagamidam cha niriksharupam Yadgodijadrimamrigaha pulakanya bibran Vyaktam bhavan vrajavayartiyaro vijatu Devo yadha divurusha druraloka gupta Tanno nidhei garabangajamardabandhu Taptastaneju jashirasu kinkarinam. Now at last the gopis realized nothing is going to be accomplished by our efforts. They dropped all their efforts and arguments and discussions. They entered a vast surrender consciousness. They became shoreless ocean of love. Two gigantic waves arising, Radha and Krishna, and millions of smaller waves arising, Radha and Krishna uniting in ambrosial embrace. By then Krishna became Radha and Radha became Krishna. Again they rise high and rush down to unite together. As soon as they embrace, they turn again into each other. Same way all gopis too are uniting in ambrosial embrace with Krishna and becoming Krishna and Radha. Then Krishna and Radha becoming all gopis. Na adi na anta vihara karai do lal priya me vai na chinari. Nai nai bhati nai nai kanti nai navala navaneha bhikhari Navaneya Bihari Om 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 how many gopis there were? Question arises, my dear friend. Bhagavad scholars say, Shatakotischa, 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 Tave Shatakotivi. It means as many there are beings in the Brahmanda, their mind, as many their mind and modifications of them. Of course, Sri Krishna is the colossal doer, colossal enjoyer, gigantic renouncer as he is. Everybody's vrittis, mind modifications are objects of enjoyment. The gopis uniting with that colossal enjoyer, that's what it is. Mostly it is said 16,000. That's only because there are 16,000 main upasana hemans in the Vedas. Since they expound and propound the God, so they say they all became gopis and so they are them. Many people ask questions, all these millions of gopis spoke to Krishna and he responded them. How can that become possible? And answer is, that's why Shukdev uses word Yogeshwareswaram. Iti viklavitam tasam sutva Yogeshwareswaraha yasya sudayam gopi atma ramopyariramat. Even a single yogi can multiply himself in thousands of forms. Saubhariji, a great rishi, became 50. Sahasrarjun used to know directly what was cooking in the minds of millions of his citizens. Then what to speak of the Lord of all yogis, the Yogeshwareshwaraha. That's who Krishna is. And that Lord of all yogis laughed aloud, Prahasya. Why he laughed, my dear friends? There are 3 among 5 weapons of Kamdev, means the god of lusty desire, in the hands of gopis. One is being unavailable, that's one weapon. Second, doing things contrary or stubborn reluctance with. And third is preventing attitude. Krishna laughed. Why he laughed? Because he said, you skinny gopis, you used all your weapons every day on me. Learning from you, I used them just for one day, and you all got liquidated. Now, don't shoot me ever, okay? Krishna laughed wholeheartedly, a big belly laugh. His laughter echoed in all directions, all soothed the gopis. It soothed the gopis deeply. Now they rejoice. They filled with immense compassion. Then filled with immense compassion, being Atmaram, he began the Rasalila. What is Atmaram, my dear friends? Atmani ramate or Atmani aramate sa Atmaramaha. One who enjoys in absolute truth or who rests in the truth, he is Atmaram. The juicy commentary says, Atma tu Radhika tasya, whose the very self, Sri Radha, is in her remembrance. Sri Radha is in her remembrance, one who rests. Whose very self Sri Radha is, and one who rests in her remembrance, he is Atmaram. Jiva Goswami raises a very good point in his Priti Sundara, my dear friends. He says, Sankhya philosophy says bhakti is a modification of sattva. Then how can it control the God himself? Yogis say bhakti is an aklishta vritti, samadhi leading flow of feelings. That means ultimately it has got to be transcended. Then how can it control the Lord of Nirvikalpa Samadhi? Shankara Vedanta says it is just modification of Maya. Then how can it control the Lord of Maya? So where from so much power came in Bhakti? Bhaktirevenam gamayati, bhaktirevenam varadayati, bhaktirevenam nayati. Bhakti alone is potent enough to make you see God, to make you experience God, to make God as your friend or beloved. So, where from so much power came in Bhakti? Because a holy man said, Bhakti is the bliss dimension of the transcendence of God. The question still stands unanswered. Can one dimension take over the whole of all dimensions as well as the very God? Doubtful, isn't it? Another holy man said, there are three potencies in Bhakti, Alladini, Sandhini and Samvit. Then again, Alladini has three aspects, Antaranga, Tatastha and Bahiranga. All the pleasures of sense gratifications are Bahiranga aspect of Alladini potency of God. The peace of Samadhi is Tatastha, pleasure potency of God. He enjoys being witness of all. Divine servanthood, friendship, belovedhood, experienced during God intoxication are Antaranga, pleasure potency of God. But again, can God be subdued by His own pleasure potency? Sounds strange, isn't it? So, here comes Ananya Nripati Sri Harivansh, and here comes Ananya Rasik Sri Swami Haridas, and here comes His Divine Grace Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They shout aloud, oh no, dear friends, Alladini Shakti, which is God's own pleasure potency, there is the most fragile power cream of that, and astoundingly sparkling beauty form, Sri Radha. She is the very meaning of Bhakti. God is governed by her, Atma Radhikatasya. Sanatana Goswami writes, when all gopis left home, each one all alone, Anyonyamalakshitodhyama, Sri Radha understood that when they will assemble around Krishna, there might be problem. She came quietly and sat in a cozy bower. At last, all these happened. The gopis cried out, and they won Krishna's heart at last. They gathered together for Rasalila. Then Sri Radha also quickly came up front and stood beside Krishna. And Krishna looked at her lovingly, and Radha began looking into his eyes in mad love. Krishna immediately, brimming with immense eagerness, embraced Sri Radha hard and strong, and he multiplied himself in thousands of Krishna and thousands of gopis. As many there were gopis, Krishna multiplied. So Sukadevji Maharaj sings, Atma Ramo Pyari Ramat. Now Krishna is with his Atma Radha, and he began to play Rasalila. Then the cuckoo loudly sang, Jai Ho, victory, victory, O Lord. The vine smiled through blossoms, leaves of trees stood on end as if filled. The does and deer gathered and marveled, maple syrup moistened the earth. Vrinda Devi and Van Devis emerged from bushes with items of worship and decorations and adoration. They performed a grand worship and fixed the dresses of gopis who wore strangely in a hurry. Now sweet-faced gopis beamed with delight, holding Krishna hand in hand. Yogamaya acted invisibly and inconceivably, my dear. Each moment she miraculously began to create the perfect setting for each new move of the Lord. Tave sameta virudara cheshtitaya प्रिये क्षणोत्फुल्लमुखे विरच्युत उदारहास द्विजकुन्दधिर्व्यरोचतैडाम् कैवोडविर्वृता. Krishna took them on a forest walk. While walking in the silvery moonlit night, he picked up the best flowers and twigs to make their necklaces, armlets, crown, earrings. Malati flowers are shining as necklaces, my dear friends. Kadamba flowers are shimmering as forehead ornaments. Red lotuses illuminating his earrings, Bakula, Kesha, Nagchampa flowers, his waistbelt, my dear. Then Krishna tossed pollen from Lodra flowers over their hair and colored their cheeks. Then Gopis too decorated their beloved Lord with Ketaki flowers tucked in his hair. Saffron flower is his earrings, my dear. Mallika is necklaces. Ashoka flowers on his crown. Yuti flowers for bangles and bracelets. And bound his belly with Bakula flowers, garlands, just like a belt. Lord Krishna, the sparkling golden complexion, the Gopis merrily sprinkled Krishna with golden pollen from white lotus flower. Now Lord Krishna's Rasalila began with forest pastimes, my dear friends. Then they entered a wild dance. Then celebrating the festival of love, they began multi-million kinds of dancing. On their walk, Gopis found Lodra and lotuses, many flowers, and the flower pollen bomb, and they bombarded on Krishna from all sides. He was colored tip to toe. Seeing him, parrots shrieked. Krishna then pounded on Sri Radha and all Gopis with volley of flower bombs. And then Sharika warbled incessantly, "Oh, these bumblebees misconceived your face as lotus flower and surrounding you. Oh, spoiling your hairdo, dear, let me fix it." Telling thus, Krishna started fixing the Gopis' hair, my dear. "Let me wipe the dust." Telling thus, Krishna would touch their breast. Upon her retaliation, then said, "Oh, dear Gopi, is it some rose, swollen, boiled? Is it some sore? Is there some sore? Is it swollen boil that cannot bear a slight touch? Let me use my nail for knife to cut, to break it open, okay?" And Krishna laughed aloud. Radha stood on her toe tips and stretched up her hands to pick up a perfuming flower from the tree. Suddenly her garment slipped off. Sri Krishna ran up from behind and lifting her up shouted, "I got you, I got you, oh my sneaky little angel, I got you." And Radha blushed embarrassment, my dear. "Oh, some pollen has gone in my eyes." Gopi's bangles chimmed as she rubbed her eyes. With her hand she is rubbing. With a look of concern, Krishna Raj, "Oh, take it easy, my darling. Let me see." On the pretext of blowing away the pollen, Krishna brought his lips closer to her face, and lo, he kissed her. He kissed her. Then, to revenge, she kissed Krishna, and Krishna to her, and she to him. It went on, my dear. Fragrant camphor sandy banks were purified by caring hands of Yamuna waves and caressed by a lotus-scented breeze. Admiring the pleasant setting, Krishna and his divine consorts wandered all over the splendid beaches of Yamuna in Sri Vrindavan, my dear. Now Gopis began to express their love with gestures of stubborn reluctance. Gopis would turn away when Krishna tried to kiss. She would cover her lips with her hands when he tried to drink nectar therein. Gopi pushed Krishna away when he tried to embrace her. Gopi showing shyness, angry glances, acting as crying, speaking some romantic dialogue, holding her blade in left hand, raising her chin by the right hand. Krishna gazed lovingly into her gentle, bashful face. Gopi's breasts were shaking as sprouts arising from the long, dormant seeds of eternal love sown in their heart. Krishna's hand moved around in continuous circle, my dear, from their braided hair to the waist, to the navel, to the thighs, and all over, touch pervaded everywhere in the body of the gopis, all the way to their soul. They were blissed out completely. They gave up all shyness, submerged in the ecstasy, washed in waves of beauty. They hung in tight ambrosial embrace. Upagiyamana Udgayan Vanita Jatayudava Malam Bibhradvajayantim Yajaran Mandayan Vadam Satyapulinavavishya Gopi Virrimabalukam Reme Nandarananda Kumadamodavayuna Bahu Prasara Bhairam Bhagarala Guru Nividanaulavana Hagravadai Shalyavalogadidai Rajasundarinam Uttam Bhayan Radivadim Ramayanchakara. His jasmine splendor teeth and a smile, wearing Neelam Vajayanti garland, singing loudly, Krishna and Gopis sauntered about, glancing around the forest, my dear friend, like submitting lovers, inflaming the passion, reaching out their hands, long thighs, skirts and bosom, joking with sportive glances and smiling. An oceanic delight wave sank all gopis into the bottomless abyss of bliss, my dear. Then gopis felt what? Maninyo vyadikam bhuvi. To be big shot in the whole world. They felt like that. So what happened? Prashamaya prasadaya. In order to wipe that out, Lord Krishna, tatraivantaradhiyata, acting a solvent, yet as a lightning strike without clouds, snake bite pain without snake, is fire dumped on saffron flower of Gopi's heart. Just like that, Krishna vanished away, my dear. Krishna disappeared away. Krishna became Nirgun Nirakar again, disappearing from his Sagun Sakar form. Now what happened, my dear friends? We are going to describe in our next discourse Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.